We will call to order the regular board meeting of the Board of Election Commissioners of the City of Chicago. Good morning. My name is Maricel Hernandez. I am the chairwoman. Seated to my right is Commissioner William Cressy, and to my left is Commissioner Jonathan Swain. Next item on the agenda is the consideration of the agenda. Are there any proposed changes or edits? If not, we'll proceed with the approval of the regular board meeting minutes of November 14, 2017. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes and the minutes are approved. Next is the Executive Director's report. Mr. Gough.
Thank you, Madam Chairwoman. Just to let the board members know that I've been working with the Council of State Governments and the Federal Voting Assistance Program to help military and overseas. We just finished our 2-year project, and we're coming up with new procedures that should streamline military and overseas voting across the United States and all the other countries. There's approximately 1,500,000 armed servicemen that use this military and overseas voting. So we are working on that to make it seamless in a streamlined fashion for them. So I just wanted the board members to be aware. I've sent you, giving you copies of the reports so you have those. Second item is for reviewing the ballot for this upcoming election. It looks like there are 391 ballot styles. This is it's a little high because of referendum, but the way the ballot is laid out now, it looks like it may be one ballot, totally on one ballot, which is great. Anytime we use 2 ballots, it turns out to be a problem. Somebody forgets to turn their second ballot in, you have missing counts. So it's good that everything's on one ballot. So I just want to let the board members know that. Yes?
Can you say again the number of ballot styles we have to print out?
It's 391 different ballot styles for Democrat and Republican.
Oh, so it's double that.
It's double that.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
just the ballot styles.
Okay,
So-
thank you, thank you.
Also, we're working on early voting sites. Just let the board members know that we've had to change about 4 new sites. This will require notice to all the voters. There also is a problem. 15 West Washington, the Walgreens space that we use for early voting, which works so well, it looks like we will not have it for the November election. I'm trying to get it for the primary election. If we do not use the 15 West, there's a 16 West Adams we may use in its spot. That's another Walgreens that's no longer there. So let the board members know we're working on that right now. Everything seems to be going well in the office. We're very busy. People have been working 7 days a week. And I think we're getting it together. We're going to have a weekly managers meeting from now on through the election. So I wanted the board members to be aware of that. And that's all I have.
Thank you, Mr. Gough.
Quick question.
Yeah.
How are we doing? You brought up, I think, 2 meetings ago, with respect to Cook County Jail and returning citizens in their voting. We're having some meetings on that.
Yes, we are, and we have another one on January 4th.
Okay.
I don't know if you saw in the news media that Operation Push went out to
That's what I think
jails,
of. Yeah.
and they registered a lot of pretrial detainees. So this is going to help. Like I said, on January 4th, we have a big meeting. We have the sheriff's office in here and the other groups that we're going to meet with. And I think we'll come up with a plan.
Great.
Thank you.
The other item I forgot to mention that I've been talking to the Department of Justice about our accessibility, and those negotiations are going very well. Hopefully we'll be meeting with different agencies where we house our polling places to see if we can get them all 100% accessible. And that seems to be going well, a lot better than I thought.
And the early voting sites are all accessible?
They're all accessible.
Very good.
Thank you, Mr. Gough. Mr. Holliday?
Thank you, Madam Chairman, fellow commissioners. Since our last meeting, we've started 15 record examinations. We had 3 withdrawals. 2 final reports have been printed, and 4 are waiting to be examined by the forensic examiner. Our second notice canvass was mailed, and we have 56 return trays of that notice. So that's a total of 56,000 notices that was returned. So we're going through those, and those that can be used to change the address or cancel the voters from moving out of the city. The registration department is working on that.
How long will that take approximately to do?
About a couple of weeks. It's a very easy process once we have the records in-house. We still have staff in the back working, and the remaining of the staff is on the record examinations.
And I understand our staff has been working very hard, but they did get Christmas Day off.
Christmas Eve and Christmas Day.
Christmas Eve as well, boy, we're getting generous there, right?
So we're looking forward to New Year's Eve and New Year's Day.
Well, we'll have to see about that. Thank you so much.
Anything else? Is that?
That's it.
Thank you. Mr. Allen, our communications director.
Morning, Commissioners. We've got the online vote-by-mail system that went live last week. We're starting to take delivery of forms, including the vote-by-mail application. The campaigns are asking for those already. We've got materials prepared for voting at 17 for the voter registration effort to reach out to all the high schools. This year, MICVA Challenge is going to help us identify many of the civics type of instructors or leaders at each high school, so that we can get them the materials and help as many 17-year-olds who will be 18 by November 6th to register and be ready to vote. And lastly, we'll be preparing a pre-election mailing for voters to address some of the things that Mr. Gough referenced, with changes in polling places and changes in early voting sites.
Thank you.
Next, we will go into old business infrastructure projects and changes in election administration. Is there anything new, Mr. Gough?
Nothing new, just reviewing new voting equipment.
Okay, and electronic poll books, I think we are on top of that, and everything has been going smoothly.
Yeah, Mr. Holliday reported on the last test that we had, and it went very well.
Voting equipment, we're still in the process.
Yes, we are.
Doing our evaluations and legislation.
There's none for this meeting.
So we will now proceed to new business, and the first item on the agenda is the adoption of the 2018 calendar, board calendar. Is there a motion to approve the new calendar? And the meetings, it's been proposed that the meetings begin at 9:30 a.m. on the second and fourth Tuesdays of each month, except in December. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes and the calendar is adopted. Next item is the approval of a contract for forensic document examiner consultant, Ellen Mulcrone-Schutzner, between the Board of Elections and with the Board of Elections. And this is a contract term of December 18th, 2017 through February 28th, 2019 at the rate of $300 per hour, not to exceed $45,000 over the length of the term. And as I know from experience, the forensic examiner is extremely important to our whole process. We have used Ms. Schutzner previously?
No.
No?
She's new. We used to use Jim Hayes.
Right.
he didn't answer our RFP.
Okay, so Jim Hayes is no longer going to be assisting us. Okay. Are there any questions regarding the contract? If not, is there a motion to approve the contract with Ellen Lockrone-Schutzner at the rate of $300 per hour, not to exceed $45,000 for the term of December 18, 2017 to February 28, 2019?
So
I'm
moved.
sorry, December 18, 2017.
Correct.
Through February 28, 2019.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes and the contract is approved. Now, on the agenda, we have cartage contracts for the 2018 elections in the city of Chicago. And we've normally divided up geographically the cartage contracts.
The city's divided into 4 areas, and we award, somebody could win 2, 1, none.
Exactly.
Yes.
And in addition, we'll have like a catch-all.
We have a miscellaneous also.
Okay. And after an exhaustive bid process and evaluation by our purchasing manager, and she has provided us with all the contracts and bids. We have, well, let's go through geographical areas. We have the lowest bid was by Midwest Movers in geographic area A. And is there a motion to award a contract to Midwest Movers in an amount not to exceed $300,000 for cartage of election equipment for the 2018 primary and general elections under the terms stated in the invitation for bids for geographical area A?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those, any questions?
Yeah, Mr. Gough,
Yeah.
again, about how many polling places do we have around the city that we have to provide cartage services for?
All of them.
And
We have
that's-
to deliver the equipment to all 2,059 precincts.
2,059 precincts, and it's delivering the big blue boxes and all the rest?
Yes.
Okay, so that gives you an idea of the size of these contracts. Okay, thank you.
Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, motion passes. Is there a motion to award a contract to Big O Movers in an amount not to exceed $300,000 for the cartage of election equipment for the 2018 primary and general elections under the terms stated in the invitation for bids for geographical area B?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. With respect to geographical area C, is there a motion to award a contract to Big O Movers in an amount not to exceed $300,000 for the cartage of election equipment for the 2018 primary and general elections under the terms stated in the invitation for bids?
So
moved.
Second?
second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Is there a motion to award a contract to Midway Movers, Inc. in an amount not to exceed $300,000 for cartage of election equipment for the 2018 primary and general elections under the terms stated in the invitation for bids for geographical area D?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Is there a motion to award a contract to Midwest Movers in an amount not to exceed $300,000 for cartage of election equipment for the 2018 primary and general elections under the terms stated in the invitation for bids for geographical area miscellaneous citywide?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, and the contracts for cartage are approved. Next, we will go to approve contracts for the printing of forms, envelopes, signs, and handbook for the 2018 primary election. And again, we did a bid solicitation for bids. And as a result of the solicitation and the lowest bidder for the printing of forms was J.J. Collins. And so with respect to that, is there a motion to approve a contract with J.J. Collins in the amount of $81,460 for the 2018 primary election?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
There was a bid for the printing of envelopes, and the lowest bidder was Palmer Printing. And is there a motion to approve the contract with Palmer Printing for the printing of envelopes for the 2008 primary election in the amount of $103,593.50?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
There was also a bid for the printing of signs for the 2018 primary election. The lowest bidder there was Cardinal Color Group in the amount of $11,176.50. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
And lastly, there was a bid solicitation for the printing of handbooks for the 2018 primary election. And the lowest bidder there was Lake County Press in the amount of $49,962.50. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes, and these contracts are approved. The next item on the agenda is an emergency contract for temporary staffing services for the warehouse and housekeeping for the 2018 elections. And I know this was discussed, we discussed this before. And we have, we have a bidder, and that is APRO Execs LLC, for the amount not to exceed $300,000, and the contract term is December 26, 2017 through December 31st, 2018. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Next on the agenda is approval of contracts between the board and the following election judge trainers for the 2016 primary and general elections. And we will take these in certain groups. Is there a motion to approve professional services agreements with Joan Agnew, Luis Martinez, Ed Mazer of the Mazer Group, and Timothy Thomas for the purpose of training judges of elections for the 2018 primary and general elections, with contracts terms of January 1st, 2018 through December 31st, 2018 at the rate of $65 per hour, not to exceed a total of $25,000 for each.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes and the contracts are approved. Is there a motion to approve professional services agreements with Carmen Colvin, Susan Garza, and Michael Murphy for the purpose of training judges of election for the 2018 primary and general elections, with a contract term of January 1st, 2018 through December 31st, 2018 at the rate of $50 per hour, not to exceed a total of $25,000.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes and the contracts are approved. Is there a motion to approve professional services agreements with Deanna McMillan and Art Nickel for the purpose of training judges of election for the 2018 primary and general elections, with a contract term of January 1st, 2018 through December 31st, 2018 at the rate of $50 per hour, not to exceed a total of $35,000.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Is there a motion to approve a professional services agreement Colin Lofton for the purpose of training election board members for the 2018 primary and general elections with a contract term of January 1st, 2018 through December 31st, 2018 at the rate of $55 per hour, not to exceed a total of $35,000.
35,000?
Is it fit?
Sorry. Thank you.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Next is a contract for ballot services with Lake County Press. We have used Lake County Press for many, many years because of their ability to print the ballots with particular paper,
Right.
specialized paper.
Plus they're certified by the company that we have the voting equipment with. And it's only for the primary, because hopefully that we may be looking at a new ballot printing for the November election using new voting equipment.
So they're the only printer in the state of Illinois so certified?
Certified for this company.
Yeah. So, is there a motion to approve a contract with Lake County for ballot printing services for the 2018 primary and general elections?
I just have a point of clarification.
Just the primary only.
Just the primary?
Just the
Because I think what's presented to us is for
I thought
both.
it was just the primary. It has both.
Yeah,
It has
it
both.
has both.
Okay.
But a reduced amount for the general.
I,
There are fewer
pardon me,
ballots.
that's,
There are fewer ballot styles in the general election.
instead of using a Democrat, Republican, it's one ballot style.
Correct.
I apologize, I did not see that.
Well-
That's okay. So the question is are we approving it just for the primary?
I think,
We could always approve it for the general later.
At a later date.
Yeah,
okay,
okay.
approved for the primary.
Let's do the primary.
Okay. So, is there a motion to approve a contract with Lake County Press Inc. for ballot printing services for the 2018 primary for the estimated amount of $933,260?
So moved.
Is there a second?
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
So what is the contract term that we're allotting for this then, if we're just doing it for the primary?
You're doing contract amount for the primary only.
Right, I'm asking about the term though.
Well, the term would be through the end of the primary season. So that would be through March 20th or April 1st. I
Well,
think
we
so.
certified we certified the election 14 days after.
April 10th.
Approximately
21, yeah.
Yeah, 21
So,
days.
April
So-
10th is the day that.
If I were to recommend anything, just make it through April 30th right now.
April 30th.
So I'd ask my fellow commissioner maybe to amend his motion to extend, have the contract term go for that same period as well.
Yes,
Okay.
amendment is taken, and I would then amend my motion to change the contract term till April 30, 2018 is the ending date on this contract. And again, just for the primary election with an estimated cost of $933,260.
Mhm. The motion is amended.
A second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes and the contract
Thank
is
you.
approved.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
We will skip the legal report at this time, and we will proceed with the financial report. We have two balance sheets. The first one is a balance sheet of voucher listing for the city of Chicago 2017 appropriation 17-11 dated December 26, 2017 in the amount of $289,995.18. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. We also have a balance sheet and voucher listing for the County of Cook, 2017 appropriation number 17-06 dated December 26, 2017 in the amount of $13,485. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion is approved. Okay, and now we will proceed to public comment, and we have received one comment, request for comment from Jim Sistrom. I know I'm saying that wrong. From the Green Slate regarding the election process to get on the ballot. And before you, how do you say your name?
C-I-F-F, last name is S-I-S-T-R-U-M-K.
Sistrom?
Sistrom, yes.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Sistrom. You may, oh yeah.
First of all, I want to say good morning to this board, and I am appalled at the spending, the freelance spending. I have never been in this board meeting before to give $300,000, and then a questionable $900,000 to a contract that you said was not certified because of the date and the time.
No, he is.
No, let me speak, I'll correct it. The contract said $900,000 for, we don't know if it cuts off at March or doesn't go to the general. What I would like to see is who sanctions this board, because you all spend money too freely. And I notice that there's no advocacy here for those people who live downstairs on the 5th and 6th floor, little old ladies, people who have gone out and got petitions to be on the ballot. I want this board to know that the 1964 Voting Rights Act is being violated in this building on the 5th and the 6th floor. They're using the tactics of talking about what is shotgunning, has nothing to do with the Voting Rights Act. They have people like Flynn Curry's kin people who are adjudicating against people who are running against a seat that Flynn Curry once had. You have Buria's son, stepson, nephew, who is a lawyer in a case adjudicating against Buria's. You have women who have gone out, gotten signatures to be on the ballot, and the 1964 Voting Rights Act is being violated. They're using the tactics of the jelly beans. When you went down in '64 to vote, you had to tell the policeman or the register how many jelly beans was inside of the jar to vote. This board is going to be notified. Donald Trump wants to get into this city some kind of way. It would be something if this is Mount Sumter to bring Donald Trump into this city, the Chicago Board of Election. Mr. Jonathan,
Swain.
Mrs. Hernandez, and Mr. Williams.
William.
The '64 Voting Rights Act is being violated on the 5th and the 6th floor. Say that again. I appeal to you all to launch an investigation of these people being kicked off the ballot, women's rights being violated, and minorities' rights being violated. The 1964 Voting Rights Act is being violated. This board should be nullified, should be put out of existence. A university should handle the voting rights process. You all are known here as the headquarters for the Democratic Party. Why is that? Every candidate who is an incumbent was not challenged. Only the challengers were challenged by the Democratic lawyers. The Democratic Party is paying lawyers. Example, I asked Mr. Flynn, who's paying his salary? Is it the Democratic Party or is it the Board of Elections? Now here's where you all fail at. You have lawyers that are adjudicating against candidates who benefits from the Democratic Party. I challenge you all to find out who those lawyers are. Those kids down there who are saying whether or not the name is the person or not, and then to have the audacity to challenge a candidate and tell a candidate this is not your signature. What you all are doing by violating the Voting Rights Act, you all are disenfranchising people, and what you're going to do is the same things that's going to happen when Harold Washington died. For 25 years, the voting process was neglected, and people did not believe in the voting process. If you all do not investigate, launch an investigation about what is happening down there, I'm telling you all, Donald Trump, if there's any federal money being pumped into the Chicago Board of Election, any federal money, then the federal government can thus come in here and investigate this department. Now you have one gentleman who is outstanding. I'm going to give him credit. And I don't believe in giving people credit when they're not here. That gentleman's sitting right there, Mr. Charles. I see him down there. He works tireless. He's taking people's antagonistic from him. He deserves, if it's anything in this process deserves credit, it's Mr. Charles.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
We will, there are no further, there's no further public comment at this time. We did go out of order. Mr. Lasker, is there a legal report?
I do not have a legal report for you today, no, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, and do we have a need to go into executive session?
No.
No.
Okay. If not, I will entertain a motion to adjourn to our next regularly scheduled meeting on January 2nd at 9:30 a.m. Is there a motion? Is there a motion?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Chairwoman Hernandez, where's?
Motion adjourned.